What is up, lovely people? Candace B here. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Welcome back to my subscribers and welcome to my new ones. How are you guys doing today? Oh my goodness, I feel like I haven't posted in a while, and honestly, life has just been kicking my butt. I don't know how many of you guys can relate, but I'm sure there are some people that can relate to when life is just really just, life is just life, right? But of course, we are pushing through, we are trying to be the best that we can be every day. So I am going to be filming a video today that is kind of different, I guess you can say, just because I haven't done something like this before. And I wanted to do it a different way, but I don't have a webcam and all that good stuff with this computer that I'm on, this desktop. It's pretty much just my Mac Mini and this screen that I have. But anyways, I am going to be pretty much live trading, just looking at the markets live with you guys. But by the time you watch this, it won't be live. So yeah, I'm sorry about that, but this is as close as I can get to live trading for now. It is currently 12:05 in the morning, Wednesday, June the 9th, and yeah, this is the time that I start to trade. So my alarm goes off at midnight to say trading time to look at the charts, and then we kind of go from there. As you can see, I did take a trade yesterday, which was technically Tuesday, around this time, around 1 in the morning, and it ended up being a loss, which is fine. I took a long position, but price just wasn't ready to push up. It is what it is. I still have the bias that price is going to be pushing up. So yeah, just wanted to kind of walk you through, these are really the times that I'm up at. I'm definitely an insomniac, if you want to call it that. That's why, trading between 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. is what I do. I like to trade pretty much pre-London session, going into London session. And of course, you guys already know I like to trade GJ. So yeah, let's just do a little chart analysis, and pretty much I'll just be waiting and kind of giving you guys updates on what's happening, and if I end up taking a trade or not. Hopefully I do take a trade. I wanted to film this today just because, it's kind of prime time personally for me to be trading Wednesday, middle of the week. The charts have kind of set itself up a little bit better than as opposed to trading on Sunday. So it's good vibes. But of course, I guess I should say as a disclaimer, the way I trade, the way I approach the markets, it's just from my point of view, my opinion, my thought process, my experience, to be honest with you. I'm nowhere near a great trader. I'm still in the learning process, just like a lot of you guys. I guess the only difference is that I've been kind of doing it longer than a lot of people, but everyone learns at their own pace. And yeah, so, take this with a grain of salt. I'm not really teaching anything. I'm just showing you guys my thought process. And yeah, this is what I do, I usually talk to myself, but I'm talking to a camera tonight. And I'm sorry that you guys don't see my face. It's really just because I'm in my pajamas, bonnet on, pajamas on, it's just what it is. So yeah, let's just go. Well, I was on the 30-minute here. Like I mentioned, that my bias is to go long. I'm really just waiting for price to break this level. Initially yesterday, I was just kind of seeing price bouncing off of this area here where, you see quite a few taps if we're looking left here. Saw quite a few taps, so I really was looking to go long. Once I saw price kind of close bullish, I took a position, but I was kind of basing everything on the 30-minute time frame. That's pretty much the lowest I usually go when it comes to looking for entries. But I always, mention that every time frame is important in their own right. But yeah, as you can see, price just wasn't able to break this area here, and it ended up pushing back down strongly and hitting my stop loss. And I took two positions, so that's negative 20 pips each, so negative 40 in total. It is what it is. I'm glad that my risk was managed. And as you can see, price ended up coming back down to this level here, which it was at June 7th around this time, 1 a.m. in the morning. And it ended up coming back down here and pushing up. So this is definitely a level here that, is important to take a look at. I feel like this is one confirming that the bears Although they are trying their best to push further down, they are not really successful. The bulls are still pretty strong right now. Another confluence that I am kind of keeping in mind is just the fact that the higher time frames are showing very straightforward patterns, very straightforward structure. You see higher lows, higher highs being formed. So right now, it looks like price is just forming a higher low, and it's getting ready just to push up. So that is a big factor for me, and we see that on the daily. We see that on the weekly as well. I always do this. We see that on the weekly as well. What I notice, however, is that looking left, we are at a zone that the weekly has rejected strongly, a very, very strong zone. Price hasn't been here since January or February 2018, so definitely something to keep in mind. I feel like, however, that price does have the ability to at least come back up to this level, where that weekly rejection, that weekly resistance is. And at that point, if it goes back down or pushes through, it is what it is. But I feel like it at least has that ability. I also see that on the H4 here, it's basically, again, just continuing with structure, because basically price is currently forming support at what was once resistance. And I'm just looking in the past here, and this is basically what constitutes kind of a higher low, higher high bullish structures, when structure, or when support is being formed at a place that was recently resistant. So here you see price had pushed up, came back down, and then it pushed up, and then it broke through this level here, and then now it came back down to retest it as a support. So yeah, sorry, my drawing is kind of all over the place, but that is another confluence. And then we have this, we have the of course the double bottom type of vibe here on the H1, another confluence. It's a bullish pattern, that price is going up. So basically what I'm wanting to see is basically for price to come to break above this area, this zone here, and then come back down to retest it in some form, whether that just be a wick rejection on the H1 or the M30. And then I want to catch a buy here, so that my stop loss and my take profit basically are managed. My stop loss will be below the zone, and my take profit will be around this area. I feel like there is a high chance that price can come back up to this area, this kind of premium area, premium level, but we will see. If that happens, I will be monitoring, and of course once price kind of gets up to this area, if it does, and if I do take a buy, then I would be placing my stop loss at break even, basically at that point. So that's the game plan, and we'll just see if it happens. So yeah, let me just delete all this stuff. Right now price is really just having a hard time. Why did I do that? Right now, price is just really having a hard time breaking through this area. It's just consolidating, really. You can just draw out a zone right here if we really wanted to, just to kind of prove that price is really just moving sideways and being annoying. But this is GJ. When it comes to ranging, the longer the range, the stronger the push eventually is. So, this might end up ranging for the rest of the week. It might not. I don't know. This doesn't look too good. This doji here rejecting. Like, look how it's pushing down. Some people might say, well, Candace, why don't you just take this sell here? I don't know. I think it's just because my bias is already played out. I don't really want to get trapped into something that I initially didn't even want to be in the first place. Like, if my bias is bullish and then I change my mind last minute for it to be bearish, in this case just out of FOMO, fear of missing out, not even just out of being fluid in the markets, but out of fear of missing out, then I feel like mentally it'll mess me up. And that is what I'm trying to avoid, is that psychological damage that is so easy to happen. So I would be more comfortable if, let's say, price ended up coming back down to this area. Maybe I would look to be taking a buy if I see a bullish close, a candlestick close bullish, especially on the H1, but you know, on the M30 we can see a lot of times I like to wait till 1 a.m. to be honest to trade, which is in, well, how do I get this? What the heck? Which is in 45 minutes, but you know, we'll see. I really want to see how this candle closes, this one that's forming right now. I really want to see how it closes. Obviously right here, I didn't have to check the time. It fully says 45 minutes and 9 seconds. But yeah, I think what I'll do is just wait till 1 a.m. and see how this candle closes. If it closes like kind of how it is right now, there really is no trade yet. But if it closes bullish, then maybe there's a chance that we will be breaking this level here. So we'll see guys. I will be back probably in the next 45 minutes. Yeah, and in the meantime I'm gonna watch YouTube videos. Alrighty guys, so it is just a little after 1 a.m. It's 1:01 a.m. to be exact, and yes, as we can see on the H1, GJ closed extremely bearish with this last H1. Let's go down to the let's go up to the H4. Yeah, I really don't like the way this is looking. This is looking like a lot of just indecisiveness. You know, you see a top wick and a bottom wick, even though price closed bearish. If you see the previous candle, the previous H4 candle, it closed with the exact same body. So it pretty much was just like this. It went down, went up, it closed, it went up, it went down, and it closed. So like it's just closing right here, nothing really happening. So I think what I'll do, since it's 1 a.m., I might set a pending order, and this is something that I don't usually do, but I'm not opposed to it. I think that it's the best in the situation to set pending orders, especially when price is just ranging and you just simply want to wait for the range to break. I feel like this does help to avoid just taking impulse trades. If you have, you know, your pending orders set up, then it's kind of like, okay, well, I don't have to worry about anything, you know, price will just do what it does, and then we'll see if I win or lose a trade. So I think I'm gonna set a pending order for just above this zone here, around 155, 140, and I'm just going to do my little thing. So basically, actually I'm gonna change it to 140. I like even numbers. So if price ends up coming up to here, it'll trigger me in. I am perfectly fine with if price does still kind of go into a bit of drawdown before it pushes up, but the goal is that I want price to close strongly or be strongly above this area, breaking these wicks here. So we'll see if that happens. Keeping this in mind, I do see this area, but I feel like once price breaks above this area, especially since this is the 4 hour, you know, this is 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32 hours of price just being under this area. So I think that if it's able to push above this, then there's a high chance that we can go to the upside. So I'm going to set that pending order on my phone. I don't want to set a pending order for a sell. I know some people do that. They'll set a pending order for a buy and then a pending order for a sell. If anything, if I were to do that, it would be like below here that I would set a pending order for a sell. But I don't know, like, I don't know why I don't feel comfortable taking sells right now, even though, you know, there's a chance that price can go down, but I'm just sticking with my bias of buys and kind of rocking with that. If price ends up breaking down and doing whatever, then hey, it is what it is. I'm pretty sure I'll be awake by the time it does that, so I can kind of see what's going on. And you know, if I have to change my bias at that time, then I can do it. But I think right now I'm just gonna focus on seeing if price is gonna break above this level, you know, retest it as a support and then push up. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that, and then I'll check in with you guys and let you know if my trade has been triggered in. If not, we will kind of reassess what's going on, and then we'll go from there. Alrighty, so it is 12:06 p.m. and as you can see, unfortunately we got stopped out of this trade. So I was triggered in, my buy stop was triggered at about 2:45 in the morning, just before 3 a.m. And then it was just after 8 a.m. that I got stopped out. Unfortunately, I was sleeping during this time when I got triggered in, but I did wake up around 7:30, and initially my stop loss was at 154.940, but I did end up just cutting my loss short by 3 pips. You know, I just manually exited because I knew at this point, you know, if price was breaking this structure, that it was just going to continue down most likely. Sorry if you hear noise outside. My neighbors, 2 of my neighbors across the street, are getting their driveways done, so it's just a lot of noise. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of show you guys the update. Unfortunately, I did not win this trade, but it is what it is because my risk was managed, so that's all I can really be happy about. I guess this week is not too lucky of a week for me, not too profitable, but you know, I may just take a break for the rest of the week and just kind of recoup. Don't want to over trade. But yeah, as you can see, prices just kind of, it came right back down to this level. There was this very strong push at 8 a.m. and then it kind of bottomed out here. I think it has to do with some issues between the European Union and the UK in terms of tariffs and whatnot. I did notice, I did read up on that, so I think they're having some issues with that. So I think price may continue back down, you know, if it can sustain this level here and it's just a retest, maybe it can continue down to, I don't know, maybe this area, who knows, because right now the daily is bearish now, and the weekly is also bearish, and the monthly is bearish. So you know, the bears are kind of in control in the higher time frames. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much it for this video. Pretty different video, like I said. If you enjoy this type of video, if you want me to make more where I essentially kind of walk you through my trade and, you know, take the trade and kind of give you an update, let me know. Hit that like button. I would really appreciate it if you found this helpful as well, just kind of how I was explaining and broke down my thought process. Yeah, it's kind of annoying just because, like, you know, I knew that this area was going to be kind of an issue here, but I didn't know that it was going to completely reject. So yeah, it is what it is. That's why, you know, managing your risk is so important. Comment down below, how do you guys manage your risk? How do you trade or handle the markets when it's moving slowly? You know, how do you handle market conditions when it's just not moving favorable for you? Do you sit on your hands? Do you kind of lower your lot size and have a tighter stop loss? Comment down below and let me know what you do. What is your method? And last but not least, do not forget to subscribe so you know when I post another video. And in the meantime, feel free to check out any of my other videos on this channel and my other channel, Candace B TV, where I vlog. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a splendid day, week, and life. Bye!